Is anyone going to call out the despicable and very obvious growth of anti-white racism now being accepted as normal in the British mainstream media? If you think I'm exaggerating, I want to look at 3 egregious examples from the past 48 hours alone. First, Wilfred Emmanuel Jones went on Sly News Saturday evening, where while previewing the amazing feat of our Lionesses making the World Cup final, he decided to turn the discussion of this Sunday Mirror front page into a debate about the ethnic makeup of the team. Watch.
The only thing I would say about this picture here, what jumps out of you is that this doesn't sort of represent diverse Britain. It's all these blonde, blue-eyed girls, and, you know, I wish them well, but I do think we need to ask ourselves questions about why is it that we've got, it has a lack of diversity.
They're playing sport at an elite level.
Yeah.
And they are from Britain. And they're women.
It doesn't make any difference. I think if the whole idea behind this is going to encourage more women to go into the sport, you need some sort of representation there to say, whatever background you come from, you could get to this sort of level.
Because
Britain doesn't look like that.
Yeah, and it's so important when you speak to these little girls that they see someone that they can relate to.
Exactly. It makes such a difference. That little girl might then end up playing football because she's seen someone who looks like her.
Just imagine if that scenario were reversed with any other sporting team that might feature a different ethnic makeup. Some of them are there. It just wouldn't happen, nor should it. We have lost all sense of rationality if national selectors are thinking about race before ability. By the way, as GB News contributor Rafe Haydel-Manku pointed out over the weekend, according to the 2021 census, England is 4.2% black. 13% of the Lionesses are black, 3 players out of the 23-member squad. So actually, that's 3 times more than the population, which I would say is more than representative. As social commentator Konstantin Kisin wrote about this,
is what happens when you tolerate, encourage and incentivise race baiting in the media. This is why the diversity agenda needs to be dismantled brick by brick. It stopped being about fairness a long time ago. It's just a new form of racism now.
Is it any wonder these conversations are taking place in the media on a regular basis when London's failed mayor, Sadiq Khan, is caught out having equally discriminatory conversations? So this weekend, his team was exposed for warning against the use of a picture of a white family. They annotated that image with the note, "Doesn't represent real Londoners." So if you're a white family, Mr. Khan's team doesn't think you are real. I'm sorry, I'm going to call that out for what it is: racism. Perhaps the biggest sickener, though, was race baiter-in-chief Dr. Shola, deciding to make the conviction of Britain's most prolific child killer in modern history, Lucy Letby, who today we learned will rightly die in prison, an issue of race. The regular on Woke ITV and Channel 5 tweeted this.
Lucy Letby exemplifies how ideology of whiteness keeps Britain in a chokehold. They believed her tears, denials, even though evidence said otherwise, for no other reason than she's white. A black or brown nurse would have been reported to the police immediately and sacked for suspicion.
As usual, Dr. Shola has absolutely zero evidence for that. But she lives in a world of hatred and division, using identity politics to tear Britain apart. So too does Khan. I don't know about you, and I know I'll be called racist for doing so, but I'm going to start calling out this anti-white racism the same way as I call out all other forms of discrimination.